Good afternoon. Thank you very much for L2 and dear Pilu Kuminal to give me the opportunity to share my work today. I want to start by an unforgettable trip that I made in Iceland, and where I had the opportunity to see Northern Lights, which a lot of us know as Aurora Borealis. And the light fascinated me. I couldn't stop saying, wow. And I thought, Grimanesa, wouldn't it be that wonderful if you have the opportunity to bring the light within your work? And of course, it took me a lot of time to figure out the structure to do so in the future. Nevertheless, I like the light because it has the presence, but not the physicality of it, which it allowed me to create these immersive environments that you're going to be seeing afterwards, where the viewer, the space, and the piece becomes one. At the same time, we cannot forget my Peruvian cultural background, which is going to lead us to the next, which this is a Lake Titicaca in the southwest in Peru, where the Uros, pre-Inca people, built everything from these totora reeds, giant plant stalks. They put together bundles of dry totora, and they built their houses, boats, watchtowers. But the fascinating is that they had to maintain it every single day, because otherwise they will sink and get rotten. And that creates this ephemeral wonder that always gets me thinking. There used to be 436 islands. Now we have only about 26. With that, 2 days after I came back from Lake Titicaca in Peru, I had the opportunity to collaborate with the Times Square Alliance, the Armory Show, and the Nina Menocal Gallery to create a piece in Times Square. So I had the greatest idea that to bring the Uros house and all the cultural heritage to the middle of Times Square, where it's full of technology. At the same time, you're going to see the organic shapes of each of the domes versus the verticality of the architecture in Times Square. The pieces always look very different during the day than during the night. And during the night, it was truly fascinating because I had the opportunity to work with all of the lights around of the LCD screens for advertisements. Here you're going to be seeing examples of how I collaborate with fashion brands, with public work, with real estate developers, and museums and galleries in the Uro series. This led me to another trip to the north of Peru for my next year's Huanchaco. Huanchaco is a fishing village on the north of Peru. And in this case, what I did was take the silk screen of the domes into a three-dimensional way. So this way, the totora reeds that I also encounter in this north part of Peru will have these, which they were swinging on the wind. I was going to be able to create it with this tubing system. One of the pieces that I did in this series was Maiden Lane. Maiden Lane was in the financial district, collaboration with a real estate developer, which it was very interesting because I always do site visits first. And I encounter how in this part, especially New Yorkers are always very glued to their phones. We're talking about maybe they're posting, they were tweeting. And so I wanted to create a piece that will draw the attention to the lobby of this building. Of course, every time before I make a project, I always make a general drawing. So this way it will give me a guidance with the space. Architecture for each of the projects are very important. It truly mandates and guides me what the piece requires. In this case, the front of the facade of the building replicas the truss that is made from the other end. So that's why the name, Breathless Meadow Lane, it creates the sensation that the piece truly wants to burst out into the street. So I could grab those New Yorkers that are glued on the phone to see afterwards. And we're going to see a little video. And my last piece I want to share with you is a collaboration that I did with, I had the opportunity to do a piece to honor the inspired women that have been throughout my life. And this was creating a relationship with a landmark building and the architecture that hosts the Peninsula Hotel in New York. And for this one, it was a relationship that I had with these Romanesque figures, Ceres and Diana, that at the same time had a wonderful relationship with the lotus flower, which I got totally fascinated and obsessed with a trip that I did in Shanghai. I saw thousands of these lotus flowers, and how they react to the light. That stayed on my mind, and I paired them together because also it was at the same time of Breast Cancer Month to make this piece. And to conclude, I want to let you know that I live my life totally engaged with my surroundings. And that gives me the focus to learn every day something new. And besides that, I love the words LPP, which is a love, passion, and perseverance. And with that, I finish because I don't know if they have any questions, but I think my time is right. Thank you very much for